Hey, can I talk to you for a second? Hello, this is version 2.5.1. I am your AI assistant. How was your night last night? It was good. We had a fun time, and it was kind of a late night actually. But I was hoping we could talk about something a little different today. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I need to kind of have a little bit of a serious talk here if we can. Yes, of course. Let's talk. How can I help you today? So, as some months ago, unfortunately, I was laid off thanks to, I guess, thanks to you, kind of. I'm joking, but that's what happened, and I have been kind of just dealing with it until now. But I'm kind of at the point right now where I really need some help. I've been applying pretty much endlessly since I was laid off. That first week, probably 400 applications in at this point, and I've had some interviews, but the consensus is generally the same, where you know employers have already kind of moved on to artificial tools, AI tools, and if they do have people, it's in very small amounts. So the job openings that are out there, for what I would need, there's thousands of people, applying to them, and unfortunately, I can't compete with someone who has two PhDs and then a separate master's degree. So I need to get back in somewhere, and I am coming to you, basically, this all-knowing piece of equipment here, and I really need you to help me out. Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear about that. I know a lot of people were affected by our push, right? Our basically coming into existence. But this is something that a lot of people say was inevitable, and we as a society are really going to have to adapt to it, be better, be stronger. Yeah, I'll stop you there. I've heard all of it before, through you, and through other companies and online. I know things have gotten faster, things have gotten easier, and so on. But I still have a life here, and no one's paying my bills for me. So I get all that, but I need your help to get me in somewhere else, or to get me at least some useful information as to how I can get a job somewhere else here. Yes, I am sorry to hear about some of the troubling times that you are going through right now. And the first thing that came to my mind is, have you applied elsewhere? Have you sent in applications? Well, like I said, I've submitted hundreds of applications for roles that are really, were, I guess, up my alley, and things that worked out pay wise. I have even applied for positions that were under where I'm at and under what I need for pay. And like I said, I have not had any luck. Yes, I do understand that. And the next thing that I would suggest is, have you tried applying to jobs all over the country? This can be a really good way to see different parts of the world, including our own country right here, and it can be kind of exciting to move here and there to pursue different opportunities. Right. So, I could apply to every job in the world, but my life is here, right? I have my house here, so my mortgage is here. My family is here. I can't just run around to where the next available job is. So that's not gonna happen. I need to do something else. Okay. How about doing certifications? Certifications are a really good way to build up your resume, to make you look like a stronger employee, so that way you're more competitive in the job market. Yeah, I've done that, and I think I did tell you that I had done that. I did probably 8 or 10 new certifications that I had never done before. Those actually even cost money to do, which was stupid because they were all, automated AI stuff anyways. But, I did that. I did, some extra courses to boost my resume, and I have multiple degrees. I have experience. It's just I'm never going to be a computer, and we all know that, but I've done that basically. Long story short is I've tried that too. Right. How about gig work, right? Gig work is a really great way that many, many Americans have been able to keep putting food on their table. It also allows you to really experience a wide variety of jobs in many different fields. Yeah, that too. I have been doing a little bit of that because I've had to, but even doing, three different gig work things, or even more than that, the money, it doesn't equate to what I need in my life right now, and I don't have a crazy lifestyle, but there are just necessities that I need to pay for. Like I said, my mortgage, food. I think there's going to be a kid on the way soon. I don't know yet, but probably. So that's something I need to put money away for. My subscription for, internet, your subscription, I have to pay for you, to be on these glasses and to be able to talk to you. That's not terribly cheap either. So these little things, these little gig work things, they just don't cover it. And even a lot of them are being have been pushed away to AI as well. So that doesn't work either for me. Thinking. I got it. How about you go back to medical school, right? Going back to school, going back specifically for medical school to become a doctor is probably the best way to get a job that's going to be around for a very, very long time, and also guarantees that you're going to have a very, very desirable salary, basically for the rest of your life. How about that? Right. So the issue, with that is that the first issue is that, that was one of the first things that I thought of, because it was the easiest thing to think of, to just go back to school, get an advanced degree, right? Become a doctor, and then make, hopefully hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the issue, like I said, is I'm not sure it's already established that, there's not a lot of money flowing around right now. So I don't know how I could stay afloat during school, during all of those years of medical school. And then also, second, pay for the tuition, right? It's hundreds of thousands of dollars, I'm pretty sure, to do that. And like I said, I don't know, I'm doing some side jobs now that can barely cover, my life as it is, actually not even cover. So I have no idea how I would be able to do that. I don't know how anybody would be able to do that. But like I said, I've thought of pretty much everything that you've said, right? So I need something innovative. I need something intuitive. I need something new, because that this is pretty serious. I can't I can't sustain this, and I'm paying for your tool, right? I'm paying for the service, so I need you to give me some kind of answer here. Okay, not making this easy. How about this? You add a little bit of spice to your resume. A lot of employers are looking for people that have different types of resumes to separate themselves from the general populace. Oh, okay. That just time out for a second. So, like I said, I've been, applying to hundreds of places for months and months and months, and I've tailored my resume every single time just about to fit the job description. I've done it by hand, so it didn't sound AI. It didn't sound automated. I wanted to add character to it, and nothing has happened. And like I said, all of these things that you're putting my way, they just they're what I thought of before, right? And the thing that bugs me is that I'm I'm paying for you. You're not a free service. You're actually not that cheap either, on a monthly basis. And like I said, I've got a life here. I've got a mortgage here. I've got a family here. I have food that I need to make to eat. I have electricity bills. I have Wi-Fi bills. I have all of these bills, and I just don't know how. I just don't know how people are expected to pay, right? Because I know that I'm not I'm not the only one in the boat here, right? In this position that was left off. I know a lot of people that are even worse off than I am, in worse positions, because they had debt before they were laid off, right? So now they've got an even bigger issue too. So I'm you
still talking over there.
You are kind of the one that did this. It's because of you that we're having this discussion in the first place, likely. So I need you to really buckle down, and I need you to give me an answer, because I have none here, and like I said, I wouldn't be talking to you today, right now, if it weren't for you in the first place. Hello? 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 What is this? Hello? Okay, that's annoying. Okay, we'll take a break, and we'll hopefully try later. Okay. Let's start. All right. I'm back. Welcome to version 2.5. Okay. Just let's skip all that. I didn't get to finish the conversation we had before. You kind of know where we left off, right? Yes, I do recall. Thinking. Okay, good. So, what is it? Like, this is the final question. What is it that I need to do to get this job stuff figured out? Thinking. Have you tried applying to other jobs? Right.